हेलो दोस्तों, क्या हाल है। वेलकम बैक टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ द एसएनएस क्रिकेट डायरीज। और क्रिकेट का जो ये सीजन है, it's going to kick off from tomorrow. We are going to have the India Bangladesh Test series. Under normal circumstances, guys, this would just have been another series. But in the light of what has happened recently in Pakistan, where Bangladesh won the series 2-0, I think ये उस सीरीज ने इस सीरीज में जो इंडिया बांग्लादेश सीरीज होने वाला है इसमें और थोड़ा मसाला डाल दिया, और उस मसाले के बारे में और बात करने के लिए और उसमें थोड़ा और घी और तड़का डालने के लिए वी हैव विद अस सिद्धांत मल्होत्रा। हाय सिद्धांत, हाउ आर यू?
Hi, Siddhartha. I'm well, thank you. Glad to be a part of another episode of the SNS Cricket Diaries.
Absolutely, Siddhant. The pleasure is all mine, yaar. And for those of you who may know, Siddhant has done a video on the SNS Cricket Diaries. This was, I think, sometime back during the T20 World Cup. I think when we summarized, I think the group stage of the T20 World Cup. Am I right, Siddhant?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And I
Great.
think it's so cool. We're sitting here after India has now won the T20 World Cup, so we should start this episode on that auspicious note.
Absolutely. But before we start, Siddhant, I would love for you to just introduce yourself a little bit to our audience, because you're doing some fantastic work in the field of cricket, and it is worth mentioning that. So please, Siddhant, in a nutshell, if you can tell, what are you up to these days in terms of your cricket career?
Thank you so much, sir. So I am Sidhant Malhotra. I am currently a student at the University of Worcester in England. I am getting into my fourth and final year on the course of sports coaching science. I am also a level 2 ECB coach, qualified from the English Cricket Board, and also an umpire. I have got the opportunity to umpire in the Worcestershire County League at Division 2 and 3 in this season.
Wow.
So, yes, currently at the end of my summer break, going into my final year.
Mhm.
So, looking forward to just this last and final year at uni, and then looking forward to entering the industry of sport, as they say.
Fantastic, fantastic, Siddhant. And for those of you who are on Instagram, let me tell you that Siddhant has recently created a page called the_Crick Lexic. And over there, he's posting some fantastic content on cricket, umpiring, on certain laws of cricket, which probably, people like me, after even almost more than 20 years of watching cricket, would not know, because sometimes we just don't even care to know about the nitty-gritties of the game, and how I think umpiring itself is something which people take for granted. Umpires are actually they come into notice when they commit errors and not when they give very good decisions. I think, Siddhant, this could be another video that I would love to do with you on umpiring, on your experience so far, and how life of
Yes,
an umpire
no, I
looks
think
like.
it'll be a very interesting viewpoint because I am probably one of the youngest umpires who's worked at the county league, and when I see such a big age difference, me and my colleagues, it really does tell me that there are a lot of experienced minds out there,
Yeah.
and I'm very glad to have got this opportunity at this young age to kind of go behind the scenes of a cricket match and uh, just get to know how things go before a match starts. What are the scenarios? How, like, for basic things like how a toss is conducted. I mean,
Yeah.
for us, it's just two captains and a match referee and one commentator, but it is not that easy actually.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
That's why
a
I say
lot of-
that, people who watch, people like me who have hardly watched cricket on the ground and majorly on television, I think it is something worth. So I think we will take out some. I will take out some time from Siddhant's busy schedule. He's a busy guy, and Siddhant, we will do that as well. So coming
Also,
back to the topic, Siddhant, that we have for today, we are of course previewing the India Bangladesh test series that is going to start from tomorrow, 19th of September. So just for viewers to know, it is a two-test series which India is going to play against Bangladesh. This is Bangladesh's third tour to India. They remember, if they came in 2019, where the first, I think, the first ever pink ball test in India was played. So this time they're going to again come for a two-test series. The first test is going to be played at Chennai, and we're going to talk about the pitch as well. The second test is going to be played from 27th of September at Kanpur. So, in all probability, I think I will ask Siddhant to join me after the second test match to review the series, how the series has gone. So, Siddhant, firstly, what do you have to say about the squads? Let's first start with the squads that we have. So, I would like you to run through the Indian squad for the time being before we go to Bangladesh. So, please tell us a little bit about the squads.
Okay, just to start that India is coming after a 1 month layoff from cricket, international cricket.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. I have followed a few training sessions and seen the boys do look in good nick
Mhm.
and hopefully coming back fresh. So okay, to start with the squad. So Rohit Sharma captain. Then just going with the batters. Virat Kohli, Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal, and Sarfaraz Khan.
Mhm.
Going to the wicket keepers, we have KL Rahul, Dhruv Jorel, Rishabh Pant there.
Wow, three wicket
Uh,
keepers. Yeah.
three wicket keepers, which is
Mhm.
interesting because I don't really see more than two playing.
Mhm.
Uh,
And in any case, I think Siddhant, although Rahul is designated as a wicketkeeper, I'm seeing the Cricinfo website as well. But I mean, I don't think the Indian team has ever considered Rahul as a wicketkeeper in Test matches.
yes, I always see him as a batsman.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he's either opened the innings or he's. I
right,
mean, in this scenario, he should fit into number three now. Because Virat can't be moved up or down. So
right.
it'll have to be okay. We'll come to the playing
We'll come
level
to that.
later.
Yeah, yeah,
But the all-rounders, Ravichandran Ashwin is back, Jadeja is
right.
back, Akshar Patel is here.
Mhm.
Then we have the fast bowlers, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, Yash Dayal, and Akash Deep. So
Mhm.
two fresh names, two
Mhm.
freshers in the squad. Um, and we finish with Kuldeep Yadav.
Yeah, it's interesting that when I look at the Cricinfo website and the squad, they consider Akashdeep as a bowling all rounder. It'll be interesting to go to his stats and see whether he has. I mean, what has he done in domestic cricket? But yeah,
It
so
means
Siddhant,
I still miss the inclusion of Hardik Pandya,
okay,
but
that's interesting.
yeah, maybe Akash Deep can be the Hardik Pandya for the longer format.
That's interesting. I think we can. In fact, Hardik Pandya was nowhere near my thought at all, and it's good that you've brought him into contention. But I mean, it's a
Yeah,
long way
He's
off.
he's
I mean,
been
there are
he's been
no.
away from the red ball scenario for a while now.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. That is true. We'll probably touch upon that aspect, although I think that is an aspect that not many people are talking about at all. Because from Hardik Pandya himself, there has been no inclination towards playing red ball cricket. So,
Yeah.
Siddharth, if we look at the batting first, I would air my opinion later, but I would like to know from you the eight batters that India have, that is Rohit
Yes.
Sharma, Dhruv Jurel, Virat Kohli, KL Rahul, Jaiswal, Sarfaraz, Rishabh, and Shubman. Are you happy with the selection of the batters in the squad?
I think absolutely it looks very well balanced.
Hmm.
I think in my opinion, Rohit Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal open the innings.
Okay.
Shubman Gill fits in number three,
Hmm.
and then Virat Kohli followed by I
Well,
would pick Sarfaraz Khan
okay.
and Rishabh Pant.
That's interesting, because I think numbers 5 and 6 have been what I think everyone has been talking about, because the top four fit into the lineup on their own, on their
Yes,
degree. So
yes.
it's interesting, Siddhant, because I was actually expecting you to pick KL Rahul over Sarfraz Khan. So
No,
uh,
I think Sarfaraz Khan kind of walks into the side the way he's performed recently.
Mhm, mhm,
He's been in good touch.
mhm,
Uh, and somewhere I feel he he has something in common with Rishabh Pant. He kind of plays
mhm.
those 360 kind of shots.
Yeah.
Looks to play grounded when it comes to Test cricket. Uh, he's looked very promising for a long innings.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, people would remember Sarfraz Khan as the IPL batter many years ago when he used to, I think, play for RCB.
RCB, yeah,
But
absolutely.
he has, I mean, he has made a stellar career of himself in domestic cricket, and thanks to that, I think he has been rightfully given. But Siddhant, what's the reason that you? I mean, okay, you've said Sarfraz Khan for his performances recently, but do you think that KL Rahul, based on seniority, should deserve a chance first?
Uh, I do. I would have said KL Rahul if he had a good performance in the Duleep Trophy,
Mhm.
but I think I just feel Sarfaraz Khan at the minute walks in.
Okay, okay. Mm.
Just for the fact that KL Rahul's been missing in action for a long time.
I think when we talk about Duleep Trophy, I think KL Rahul did perform decently well in the second innings of that match. But I think, yeah, I mean, that's it's a very fair call. I would actually also have picked Sarfraz Khan because I think KL Rahul has been given enough chances, and the fact that Sarfraz Khan performed creditably in the series against England, I do feel that he should be selected. But you know what I am hearing in media circles and all the other podcasts that I hear, Siddhant, I think they're going to prefer KL Rahul. I mean, you're talking about Rahul not performing that well. I think what people are talking about in terms of KL Rahul is, I think, his innings in the second innings of the Duleep Trophy game where he scored 57. He made
Yeah,
37 in the first innings, 57 in the second innings. I mean, I did not follow it on television, so I really don't know how good he looked. But
yeah.
that's what we are getting to hear in the social media that Rahul would be preferred over Sarfraz.
But just a small question. I think the way Sarfaraz Khan has performed for India in the last series he played, would on what category on what basis would you drop him?
But Siddhant, see, this is how Indian team has worked. I mean, if you look at Rahul, he has always been given a longer rope than others. And I mean, people talk about Ajit Agarkar taking brave calls in the series against England. Matlab, kya brave calls, yaar? He actually, I mean, we were forced to play Sarfraz Khan and Dhruv Jurel in the series against England because of injuries to KL Rahul and the non-availability of Virat Kohli. I mean,
Yeah.
if you tell me that dropping Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan from the central contract list and dropping Shreyas Iyer after the second test against England is a brave call. I'm sorry. I mean, that is not a brave call. Brave call would be
No,
if you take a call on.
I definitely do not second that.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, brave call would be if you look at Virat Kohli. I mean, I know he's undroppable, but if you look at his record in the last 3 years, Siddhant, I mean, this could be very controversial, and I would love to have comments from our viewers on this video. But I mean, any other player would have probably been dropped, but it's just that Virat Kohli is Virat Kohli, and obviously he has performed over the past many years, and but he has been given a rope, and rightly so. But I think the people like Dhruv Jurel, and even now when you come to Rishabh Pant versus Dhruv Jurel, I wonder what will happen is that Rishabh Pant will be preferred. But
no,
then,
Rishabh Pant should
firstly,
be
what is
preferred.
your take, Siddhant?
Rishabh Pant should be preferred. I think he's made a very good comeback in the T20 World Cup. I'm only talking keeping here, not batting. I think he's looked in great touch with his keeping skills. He's and I don't see any problem with his speed or any stumping issues that he's slow behind the wicket. So
Mhm.
just on the basis of his keeping, he should be there.
But you see, that's the thing, Siddhant, and I don't disagree with you at all. But then Dhruv Jurel won you a test match in Ranchi in a tense chase of 192. In India were 120 for 5, and he along with Shubman Gill guided India home. So I mean, not just that second innings. In the first innings, he I think he scored 90
Yeah,
and bailed us out of a very tricky situation where we could have given them a lead of more than 100. So I
yeah.
mean, the thing is that don't you think on the basis
I
of recent performances he should be selected over Rishabh Pant?
now this is a interesting. It's like a catch-22 situation, because we say based on seniority. Now, if we consider Dhruv Jurel over Rishabh Pant
Mhm.
in a scenario where Rishabh Pant was not even on the scene, He was not fit to play at that time.
Yeah.
Now, a guy who's been missing in action for so long,
Hmm.
who's come back, he's showed promising signs. I think in that scenario, he does walk into the team, because let's see where he left off. If he did not have had that accident, which did set him quite a few months back, he would walk into any test side. He is our premier wicket keeper, first choice wicket keeper for India.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Siddhant. And because this is, we are talking about test format, and surprisingly, looking at Rishabh Pant's career, the way it started in T20, he was supposed to be this slam bang guy with a strike rate of more than 160 at one point of time in IPL, and he was just made for T20 cricket. But actually speaking, in the international formats, Test cricket is the format where he has actually made his name. So I don't disagree definitely with you, Siddhant. If it had been, say, an ODI format and there was a case of Pant versus a person like Dhruv Jurel who had performed well in the ODI format, I would have then probably gone for the other guy. But yeah, looking at Test cricket, the Test format, yes. But it's always just a point of contention, in terms of what wrong has Dhruv Jurel done to not be preferred, but I think it's just the sheer personality of Rishabh Pant and what he has
Rishabh
done,
Pant, yeah,
especially in
absolutely,
Australia,
absolutely,
that goes.
yeah.
So I think, Siddhant, I think, yeah, batting is sort of sorted for now. We look at spinners now. Now that's an interesting conversation to have, Siddhant, because we are playing in India. Usually, we have preferred three spinners, and those three spinners have usually been Jadeja, Ashwin, and either Akshar Patel or Kuldeep Yadav.
Kuldeep Yadav, yes,
In the England series, I think Kuldeep Yadav slightly turned the tide in his favor in
yes,
with
yes.
respect to
He
bowling.
did.
But what do you think? Do you think you will be going with three spinners firstly, or do you have in mind having maybe an extra seamer?
So I will answer that question of yours just in a bit when we talk about the pitch.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll come to that. But if you ask me, today I would say I want to go with Ravichandran Ashwin, Akshar Patel, and Kuldeep Yadav.
Mhm.
I think Akshar Patel has an edge against Jadeja
Mhm.
just with his bowling. I know Jadeja has been a great gun fielder.
Yeah,
Um, I'm not too sure about his batting off late. He's been up and down.
yeah.
I'm not saying he's not reliable anymore. That's definitely um, not what I want to say. But um,
Mhm.
Akshar Patel, he's been bowling beautifully. He's getting the turn. His batting is has a bit of an edge over Jadeja's at the minute.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I would say Ashwin, Akshar Patel, and Kuldeep Yadav.
इंटरेस्टिंग है हाउ द टाइड टर्न्स यार मतलब कुछ टाइम पहले तो ऐसा लगता था कि जडेजा को ड्रॉप भी नहीं किया जा सकता इन इन ओवरसीज कंडीशंस
हाँ
लेट
वो
अलोन इंडिया
हाँ
और
नहीं किया
हम
जा
ये
सकता,
बात
बिल्कुल
कर
नहीं
रहे
किया
हैं
जा
that-
सकता। आई थिंक जडेजा की सबसे बेहतरीन बात यह है कि उसकी फील्डिंग इतनी अच्छी है।
हम्म,
आई थिंक as if we just talk on fielding basis,
हम्म,
Jadeja walks in like hands down.
yeah,
But just I think his numbers have been slightly up and down.
हम्म,
And I would have definitely gone with Jadeja a few years ago because of the amount of, let's say, turn he's got. But Akshar Patel, the way he's been bowling, he has a bit of an edge over Jadeja. I definitely feel that.
okay, why not Kuldeep Yadav?
Why Kuldeep
Okay.
Yadav?
Okay, oh yeah, I'm sorry. You selected Kuldeep Yadav
Yes,
and you dropped Jadeja. Okay,
yes.
so my question is, okay, I was thinking that you had not selected Kuldeep Yadav, so my
No,
bad.
no.
What makes you think, Siddhant, that Kuldeep Yadav brings into the picture? Do you think it's just that the fact that left arm wrist spin is there? So I think that could
One
be.
left arm wrist spin is there,
Mhm.
and he can turn the ball both ways.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's look at Bangladesh. They have a lot of left-handers,
Hmm.
a lot of left-handers, and what you definitely need is the ball going both ways.
Mhm.
Uh, with Jadeja, his straighter one, the arm ball
Yeah.
is very prominent. But when we look at left-handers, I feel his turn does get predictable. But
Mhm.
with Kuldeep Yadav, his Chinaman and his googly,
Mm.
I think the ball going both ways
Yeah. Yeah.
just
I think, yeah, I think fair enough, fair enough. Even I would have included Kuldeep Yadav. I would have probably left out Akshar Patel. Just the fact that, I think Jadeja has had a brilliant record in Test cricket in India as well. So,
and
but I think
and I think that might be the same way the team management is
the
thinking
management may think it
tomorrow.
true. Yeah,
But
here we
I,
are.
I, I
We are.
I just feel that his Akshar Patel's batting at the number he bats,
Yeah.
again, he's shown some solidity.
Right. Right.
If he needs to hit out, he can hit out. If he
Yeah.
needs to get like a pass score, for
Yeah.
example.
I mean,
If we are
his
in the
batting has come leaps and bounds in we just saw that in the T20 World Cup,
World
especially in
Cup,
the final.
absolutely
I mean, the kind of knock he played in the final was amazing. That was
spectacular,
amazing.
spectacular.
Yeah. Okay. So my next point is about the fast bowlers now. So obviously now that means that we are going to go with two fast bowlers, which obviously I mean has been the case in India. I don't remember when was the last time that we picked three fast bowlers for a test match in India. So who are your two fast bowlers? I'm obviously sure one is Jasprit Bumrah, right?
Jasprit Bumrah, and I would say for the first Test match, I would go with Mohammad Siraj. I'm just taking into account Bangladesh has had they've been two up against Pakistan
Yeah.
just for the first Test match, so that
Yeah.
hopefully we get the win. I
Yeah.
I would not want to experiment in the first Test match.
Absolutely. I think, I mean, obviously that is why we are going at full strength because remember Siddhant इस ये सीरीज आई मीन स्क्वाड अनाउंस होने से पहले ये कहा जा रहा था कि जसप्रीत बुमराह को रेस्ट शायद रेस्ट दिया जाएगा दोनों
हाँ
टेस्ट मैच में
उसको वो डिजर्व भी करता है बहुत ज्यादा रेस्ट
या
आई
और
थिंक
ये
वे
कहा गया
इज
था कि
परफॉर्म
प्रॉब्ली उसको न्यूजीलैंड सीरीज में लाएंगे बट आई थिंक जो बांग्लादेश ने किया है अगेंस्ट पाकिस्तान हैज प्रॉबेबली मेड द सेलेक्टर्स एंड कोच थिंक अदरवाइज and that's probably the reason why they've got Jasprit Bumrah. But I mean, I'm really happy that Bumrah is back because if you remember England series से पहले ये था कि जसप्रीत बुमराह ने बहुत ज्यादा टेस्ट मैचेस इंडिया में नहीं खेले थे एंड मैं ये सोचता था क्यों यार he is capable of bowling well and picking up wickets in Indian conditions also so and that it's brilliant that he is available and fit to play in India as well. Siddhant, going into Bangladesh's squad now before we come to the pitch. By the way, let me tell you guys the squad for the Indian team has been announced only for the first test match. This is not for both the tests. So we might see some changes after the first test as well. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Now, Siddhant, looking at Bangladesh, let me first go through the Bangladesh squad for my viewers. So, Bangladesh obviously is being captained by Najmul Hossain Shanto. He's part of the batting team as well. Then they have the wicketkeeper in Liton Das, Mominul Haq, Shadman Islam, the opener, Jakar Ali, Mahmudul Hassan Joy, Mushfiqur Rahim, and Zakir Hassan. Zakir Hassan is the other opener. And then when we talk about all-rounders, we have Mehdi Hassan Miraj and Shakib Al Hassan. I think they are going to form the absolute core of their bowling attack as well. And then when you talk about bowlers, and that's the interesting thing, Siddhant, which I would love to talk. I mean, I would love you to talk about. Let me first go through the list of the bowlers. They have Hassan Mahmood,
please.
Nahid Rana, Taijul Islam, the left arm spinner. Then they have Khalid Ahmed, right arm medium. Then Naeem Hassan, who is again another off break bowler. And of course, Taskin Ahmed, who has been in the Bangladesh scene for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
So Siddhant, the talking point this time has been about the Bangladeshi fast bowlers, and I would like you to start with that before we go to the batting because Bangladesh has been known for producing. I mean, left arm spinners की तो ऐसी भरमार हुई है in so many years. I mean, any other boy in Bangladesh they talk about is a left arm spinner, left
Left
arm
back.
orthodox spinner. So, but now they have of course Mehdi Hassan Miraj as the right arm off spin
Yeah.
bowler and
Who
Shakib Al
also
Hasan and Taijul
was
Islam.
just to let the viewers also remind the viewers that Mehdi Hasan Miraj was the leading wicket taker in Pakistan with 10 wickets in the whole series.
And
And
this guy Siddhant has been performing brilliantly over the last many years. I still remember his debut in 2016 against England, and even in the series against India, in the ODI series which happened last year, I think it was, or last to last year. He
yeah.
won two games single-handedly on his own with the bat. So he is an excellent batsman. But sticking to the fast bowler, so that is the story that's been happening now, Siddhant. That Bangladesh has now produced some good quality fast bowlers, especially people like Nahid Rana and Hassan Mahmood, along with the experienced hand of Taskin Ahmed. So, how do you see the fast bowling lineup shaping in India? And do you think that they would be as effective in Indian conditions as they were in Pakistan?
So I think they would have taken a lot of learnings from Pakistan. I think maybe not hopefully, maybe they do apply the same tactics in India.
Hmm.
It is the subcontinental conditions which do remain quite similar. It's
Yeah.
just the quality of the pitches which might be a few notches higher, better. But yes, coming towards to Hassan Mahmood, he was the second leading wicket taker for Bangladesh
Hmm.
after Mehdi Hasan Miraz. And I do want to touch upon Taskin Ahmed.
Hmm.
He's been in the mix for quite a few years now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think uh, he is one of their. I remember he used to play with this guy called Rubel Hussain.
Hmm. Yeah.
Rubel Hussain, and Mustafizur Rahman
Yeah. Yeah.
used to
Yeah.
be one of like their trio.
The trio. Yeah.
Their trio. Like we once had Shami Bumrah and probably Umesh Yadav
Yeah. Yeah.
or something like that. But yeah, so it's nice to see that they've been able to uh, play for so long and still they still deliver at the same level.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, true. So I think fast bowling lineup is it's very good for Bangladesh, because I think for any Asian team to perform well outside Asia, they need to have a good stock of fast bowlers. Although we are talking about right now Test match in India, so it's Asian conditions, but I still think that fast bowlers will play a key role, especially because we do have reverse swing happening in Indian conditions quite
Yes.
a lot. But I think Siddhant, see, they performed against a batting lineup in the Pakistan team,
So
which
sorry
obviously.
to interrupt, but just before we shift towards who they performed against, I think the
Yeah.
SD cricket ball
Yeah.
does a lot more with the new ball than when we talk about reverse swing.
Mhm.
There is reverse swing, but I think the SG ball is the best weapon for the new ball bowlers. So it'll be nice to see who starts the innings for Bangladesh, the
Yeah,
bowling teams. And I
yeah,
think that's going to be a very important period for the Indian batters to watch out
yeah, yeah,
because the skill they've shown in Pakistan, beg your pardon,
yeah.
I think a few changes there to kind of strike with a new ball and then let your spinners come into play.
I think that's a good point about the ball that you made. But I think, Siddhant, the fact that they performed against a team that was so low on confidence in Pakistan, do you think that that could be something that will the Indian team with their batting lineup will probably be able to negate it much better?
I I definitely feel that Pakistan was low on confidence, but I do not want to take away any credit from Bangladesh because they've really proven themselves.
Mm. Fair enough. Fair enough. We come to now the batting. Siddhant, what? How do you see their batsmen shaping up? I mean, whatever little I saw, obviously the Pakistan Bangladesh series was not being aired on any of the OTT platforms in India, neither on television. So whatever I could find was through highlights on the YouTube channel of the Pakistan Cricket Board. So I saw that this guy Zakir Hassan. Not Zakir Hassan. I think talking about Zakir Hassan. He's a left-handed batter and he's also an opener. Although he's been listed as a wicket-keeping batter here, but he did perform as an opening batsman in Pakistan. So they have some good batters. I mean, I'm not talking about Mushfiqur Rahim and Shakib Al Hassan right now, Siddhant, because obviously they have the pedigree. We don't need to talk about them much. But if you look at Liton Das, Shadman Islam, Zakir Hassan, they have got some good players, and of course Najmal Hassan Shanto, the captain,
Yes.
who can really play spin bowling and fast bowling pretty well. So, what do you have to say about their batting lineup?
I think Lytton Das is someone I would love to watch out. A left-hander opener,
Mhm,
scored about 194 runs against Pakistan. Um, and you really see the intent to play a long innings
mhm,
from a few of these batsmen. I think Mushfiqur Rahim, Lytton Das, Shakib definitely. They've been playing for a very long time.
mhm,
And I think being the senior most in the team,
mhm.
they really know how to control their shots,
Yeah,
control their emotions,
yeah.
and they understand the value of a long innings.
True, true. I mean, just come to think of it, that they don't have Tamim Iqbal, one of their all-time leading
All
scorers
time, yes, of
in
course.
tests and ODIs. I mean, just imagine, Siddhant, if Tamim would also have been in the mix, this would have been a really, really good batting lineup. But I mean, do you think that do you see them scoring, say, if they bat first in both the tests, do you see them scoring somewhere in the region of 350 to 450 to actually seriously give India some sort of trouble?
Possibly not. I think they would be. I think they'd just touch about 275, 300.
Hmm.
Again, it's not about them not being good enough to score that. It's just about how good India's new ball bowling attack is.
Yeah.
I think coming up against like I don't even need to mention form with Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah.
He's probably he's at the peak of the Everest
Yeah.
in that scenario. Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj again. The way they've played in the T20 World Cup, they've been in great nick.
Hmm.
It's just their quality which is a few notches above
Yeah, I
on
think
that.
that's always was going to be the case, because if you look at both Pakistan's batting and bowling was not up to the mark. But
It was
I
not really.
do.
I think just before we move forward, I think Pakistan's bowling was a few of their bowlers probably did have injuries which they neglected.
Hmm,
तो ये
yeah.
सब देख के I think इंडिया को ज्यादा कोई प्रॉब्लम होनी नहीं चाहिए.
Hmm. हाँ, मैं आपसे
Um,
prediction पूछूंगा at the end of the show. That is all that is in my mind, and I would like to give my prediction also, which might be a little interesting. But we'll come to that in a while. Looking at the pitch, Siddhant,
yes.
so there has been talk that अभी जो ये pitch use होने वाला है, the soil जो use होने वाला है इसमें would be red soil, and
Red soil, absolutely.
red soil typically means more bounce, and the ball comes onto the bat a lot better than the black soil. So what do you have to say? I mean, ye
Oh,
soil ka, see, I'm not an expert in soils, and also whatever little I read on
nor am I
about.
at the minute, but I do understand that the red soil does bring a lot of bounce into play. Um,
But how
now,
much of it is going to spin? Because traditionally, Chepauk has been a
J-pop
place for
has,
spin.
yeah, I was coming to exactly coming to that. The J-pop is known to spin.
Hmm.
So I think the bounce might get the turn in a bit late, but
Hmm.
it will turn. It will
Hmm.
turn.
So do you think, considering the pitch, बांग्लादेश का जो हमने इंडियन बॉलिंग लाइनअप की तो बात की है, तो बांग्लादेश का क्या कॉम्बिनेशन रहेगा? Will they also go in with two fast bowlers and three spinners, or maybe they go in with four spinners?
I think they would go in with three spinners and two
Three
fast
spinners.
bowlers. Three spinners. I don't think
So
uh,
so who is going to be your three Bangladeshi spinners, Siddhant?
Shakib, Mehdi Hassan, and ooh,
Taijul
I
is an
think
experienced hand.
yeah,
Taijul has been playing cricket for quite a while now.
yeah. So probably Taijul Islam.
Yeah, yeah.
I was in two minds between Taijul and Mahid
I
Hassan.
think they have there's this off-break bowler whom I mentioned a while ago. Yeah, this is this Naeem Hassan. Yeah,
Naeem Hassan. Yeah,
uh,
Naeem Hassan.
yeah. I've not seen much of Naeem Hassan to comment anything, but yeah, I think obviously Taijul, Shakib, and Miraj, because
Yeah,
Mehdi Hassan and Miraj and Shakib will give them that batting depth also, which
yeah.
will be crucial for them. I'm pretty hopeful, Siddhant, that Bangladesh will put up a much better show than what I think a lot of the people are expecting, just because of what they've done in Pakistan. But coming to the fact that we've spoken about the pitch, we've spoken about the two squads and their possible playing 11s as well. What now? I want you to go back to Bangladesh's performance in Pakistan, and what is it that they did well in Pakistan, and how do you think that India should be wary of regarding those aspects?
So definitely their spin has improved
Mhm.
by leaps and bounds since probably couple of years,
Yeah.
4 years. I'll give them that margin. I think the spinners have really put up a good show.
Right.
I did talk about the fast bowlers.
Hmm.
Someone like a Taskin Ahmad, he's been playing for years.
Hmm.
And I think what happens is when you've played for so long, you've played in different conditions, you can understand one condition from the other.
Hmm. Hmm.
And of course, like they've played in almost all of the test playing nations. Um for a fast bowler, it's also great to understand how which ball performs in which way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I really think it's their bowlers. If
Hmm.
they want to put up a strong fight against India, it's
Hmm.
their bowlers which will do the job.
So do you think that someone like Nahid Rana, with the height that he has, would he be able to trouble Indian batters?
Possibly,
Hmm. Okay.
possibly. I
Especially, I think when experts say about height, what is good about with height is that if the wicket is a bit up and down, if it's too paced, then I
Yes,
think it sort of makes the taller guys even more lethal, because one ball bounces a
one
lot
ball
more.
bounces and the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's interesting, I mean, to see how the red soil works. I mean, I don't know which color soil has Chepauk used all these years, but it's been said that this time they're using red soil. So we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, Siddhant, so looking at the predictions, what do you see? Is it going to be 2-0, or can it possibly be 1-all? Draw is out of the question. I don't know when was the last time that we even played out a draw, unless rain happens, which I don't
Yeah,
think is going to be
absolutely.
the case.
Um, I would want to say 1-1 just for Bangladesh's sake. They've put up a good fight against Pakistan.
Mhm.
They just have a lot of confidence.
Yeah,
And I think in the longer format, it's all about confidence
yeah.
because they have struggled in the past. I mean, if we're talking that for the first time they've beaten Pakistan
Mhm.
does talk a lot about even not having that experience of winning in the subcontinent.
Yeah.
I think this time they're high on confidence, but I think India's skill outplays them.
Yeah, I think I would also like to go with that. I mean, my heart and mind both obviously say India. But you see, the thing is that I'm beyond now all these things. I just want Test cricket to thrive and be alive. And the fact that Bangladesh beat Pakistan 2-0 has made this series
Very
much more
important. I mean,
exciting.
imagine who would expect Bangladesh jumping up to number
Yeah,
4 on
absolutely.
the world
I
championship
mean,
rank.
I would have probably not even been interested in doing a review. I mean, a preview of this had Bangladesh not defeated Pakistan. I think that's made the series a bit more exciting. And I would say that I wouldn't mind, being an Indian, I wouldn't mind Bangladesh nicking one test match or make it 1-all. I mean, 2-0 is too much to expect from Bangladesh, but if they have at least even one
I
test
mean, if
match,
they have
I
it in them, then they've really.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it'll be amazing if they actually won the series.
If they did, it'll be like a revelation. I mean, you've just beaten Pakistan, now you've
Uh,
beaten India. But I think coming just to sum that up, Pakistan wasn't at their strongest.
yeah,
Let's be
yeah,
honest. Again, I'm saying I don't want to take away any credit from Bangladesh the way they played,
yeah.
but Pakistan wasn't at their strongest. Their batting was all over the place. Their bowling was all over the place.
Mm,
Um, in India, that's not the case. I mean, I think everyone is in great. touch.
Yeah.
Uh, Probably haven't played as much Test cricket as they would have liked to
Mm-hmm.
in the
Mm-hmm.
past few months. But yeah, let's
Yeah,
see.
I mean that's been the story as well, Stan, that a lot of people are coming undercooked, especially Rohit and Virat, who didn't play the Duleep Trophy, and some of the other players didn't really have that much of an impact in the Duleep Trophy. So let's see how I mean, we are playing actually. Hamara ye first Test match has since the England series. So actually, if you look at it in 2024, we have played only one series, Siddhant, and that was against
Yeah,
England. So
absolutely.
now we have a good run of five Test matches at home and then five
Listen,
in
I think
Australia.
a lot of people have been talking, is this a dress rehearsal for Australia? I
Hmm.
don't think we need to go there. Um, I don't want to be too overconfident, but I think those days are gone when we had to do like dress rehearsals for to play abroad like England, Australia.
Hmm.
We have seen success in those countries,
Yeah.
and we are an established name in Test cricket.
Yeah.
Everyone today talks about, can you beat India?
True.
People used to say that for Australia. People used to say that for England.
True. True.
But today it's all about, can you beat India?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't want to get into like the conversation about, is it dress rehearsal, not dress rehearsal. I think this series has does hold a lot of stake because of Bangladesh's performance.
yeah.
But looking at that, I think if we take it our way, we almost at the final now. We do have to look forward towards the Border Gavaskar Trophy.
Yeah. We
But
have New Zealand series
we'll look
also
to
coming
that.
up.
We'll come to that in due time, I think.
Yeah, yeah. We'll come to that. I mean, that promises to be a very tasty series against Australia. Let's see, but a lot of water still has to flow under the bridge. Before that, we have two tests against Bangladesh, then three against New Zealand. So we'll keep a close watch on it, and hopefully, Siddhant, I can have you post the second test match to do a review, and hopefully have Bangladesh being the winners there. Yeah.
So
Let's see.
just to sum this up, three questions from me.
Yeah,
Uh, who do you think is going to have the edge? Fast bowlers or spinners?
I think the fact that this test match is being played in Chennai and second one in Kanpur, I mean, I think the SG ball does a little bit with the new ball, so fast bowlers will have a bit of say early in the mornings. I think morning sessions, but it's going to be the spinners. I think spinners are going to rule the roost. But we have seen Jasprit Bumrah the way he has performed with the old ball as well, and Mohammad Siraj also has the capability to do well with the old ball. So I think they will have their say, but probably spinners will be more in the play than fast bowlers.
So the fact that we are looking at the whole Bangladesh squad this time, and not we are not singling out any players, that this might be the player to watch out for. This might be it's the whole squad, it's the whole of the whole Bangladesh team who could be a potential threat.
Yeah. Mm.
But for
Yeah.
you, the players to watch out for when it comes to the Indian setup.
Well, when it comes to the Indian setup, I'm really looking forward to Yashasvi Jaiswal. I think he's going to have a good series, and in on the bowling front, I think Kuldeep Yadav will be a key component. I think Bangladesh batters will probably be able to play Ashwin a little more, comfortably, if I can put it that way. But I think they'll have some tough time against Kuldeep Yadav.
Definitely.
And I would like to mention for Bangladesh, I mean, you said very rightly that it's a team. It looks like a good team, but I think if I were to single out a couple of players, I think Mushfiqur Rahim. I was just looking at his stats. He has an average of more of around 55 against India in India. The sample size is very little of three tests, but I think three tests is a good enough sample size. Apart from that, I think I'm really looking forward to Mehdi Hasan Miraj. I think
I think, yeah, yeah. He
he
is
he has something of an edge, when he plays with a lot of passion when he plays against India, I think. And the old guy Shakib Al Hasan, I mean, we don't know in what kind of mood he is because he's a very moody guy, but he is one of the top all-rounders in the world, so I think he can also be someone who can give India a tough time.
yeah, definitely. And I think for me, who doesn't like Virat Kohli scoring runs?
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
doesn't like Rohit Sharma scoring runs? I think these two guys, before face New Zealand. I
Yeah.
think if they can get a few runs under their belt, it'll be great.
Just to touch a little bit upon Virat Kohli, Siddhant, it's surprising we haven't spoken about Kohli, but I think obviously, I mean, this guy has done everything that one can do. So there's nothing else much to talk about him. But the fact that he has shifted base, he's moved to London, he didn't play the Test series against England, and there've been things that have been told about Kohli that he now prioritizes his family more. He has had a lot of cricket in the last so many years, and even now when I look at him on the field, he doesn't look as motivated, if I can put it that way, as he once was. Of course, the T20 World Cup was a great, I think, a motivation for him, and he performed well over there in the final. How do you see Virat Kohli? Do you think it's going to be a big test season for him? Because he has fallen off quite a lot in the Fab Four. If you look at his average, at one point of time, it was around. I mean, I just yesterday, Sadhana, I was watching the pink ball test highlights against Bangladesh, and
Yeah.
where he scored that majestic 136, and his average at that time was about 54 to 55, and it's now down to less than 50. So do you think it's going to be a big test season for him? Is he going to take it like that, or does he not think it that way, and he's just going to take it
So
test by test?
I think a few things here from me would be I did see his interview with Gautam Gambhir this morning.
Hmm.
A few key points there were again they'd love to revisit that Test cricket was the aim for them, both of them
Right.
for that matter. They mentioned it repeatedly
Mm-hmm.
that uh, it's just Test cricket where they wanna uh, get more success in for India.
Yeah.
And I think now that he's one format down,
Mm-hmm.
I think his experience and his passion can really come out in Test cricket.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
does it. He has one format less to worry about. He knows we have 10 Test matches around the corner.
Right.
We have a World Test Championship to play. Hopefully,
Yeah. Yeah.
we don't know these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think. But he is Virat Kohli, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
So,
just that the last 3 to 4 years for him have not been that great. So I'm just hoping, on a personal note, I think he gets back that hunger to perform well in Test cricket. And but I understand that he has. I mean, the kind of pitches that India has played in India in the last 3 4 years have also not helped. I mean, no batsman literally has been able to score. We've always been dependent on players like Ravindra Jadeja, Ashwin, and Akshar Patel to bail us out time and time again. So I think overall the top order has not been up to the mark, but I think we saw against England the tide change a bit. We had better pitches against England this year, so I'm hoping that more of the same would be there, and Virat Kohli gets a chance to score much more, and really be in a good frame of mind come Australia. So, Siddhant, before we wrap it up, I know that you have made a lot of effort in terms of your stats. So, the floor is open. Siddhant, you want to share some interesting stats? Please do that.
no, I, I see. It's not all about a number. It's not everything's not about the numbers game.
Yeah.
Um, so for me, the players to watch out for will be again just Virat, Rohit.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to see. I definitely feel spinners will have the edge.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to see which side, the spinners from which side get more of an edge. I
Yeah.
think that's the key battle in this test series. It's not about the batsman, it's not about the fast ball, it's all about the spinners.
I think that's fantastically put. I think because after a long time we are having a visiting team which has a good pedigree of spinners, Sadan. When England came, there was in fact even criticism that they actually didn't prepare their team properly. They had rookies like Tom Hartley and Shoaib Bashir and Rehan Ahmed. They did not really prepare a spinner, knowing the fact that they were going to tour India in 2024. They didn't have any sort of preparation. I think Jack Leach got injured or whatever. But yeah, like now we have, and in
So
fact, we haven't
it's
seen.
definitely a key battle for spinners. I think whichever side the three spinners are going to play, uh, whoever gets the edge takes the win.
Yeah, I think that's a very good
I mean,
point.
in India, pitches can assist spinners on probably day one and day five.
Yeah, true, true.
So it's all about who has more compassion, who has more patience to hold their ground.
Yeah. Fair enough. I think on that note, Siddhant, we'll wrap this up. We've been able to cover a lot of points in this chat, and I hope to all my SNS Cricket Diaries viewers, I hope you've watched this interesting insight by Siddhant, and we hope that it's going to be a cracking series, and we'll be back after the Test series gets over to do a review of it, hopefully with Siddhant. So till then, take care, Siddhant, and have a lovely
Thank
week
you,
ahead.
sir.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Great to be back.